Oh my gosh, I smoke in my sleep. It's bad.
All right, so we're going to talk about section 3 of chapter 5 today. And it's going to be just talking about simplifying radicals, because we're going to use this to add on to a couple of our other sections later on. Okay, have any of you guys done this before? When we have to simplify square roots? Yeah, it's going to be pretty simple. Okay, yeah, it's not too difficult, but this is going to be kind of for those who maybe don't remember it. All right, but when we talk about radicals, what does like our answer include? Most of our answer is going to include. Yeah, it's going to have square roots. Okay, so we're just going to be simplifying some square roots. The biggest thing to know is like when simplifying, we want to think of numbers that, like when you take the square root of a certain number, that it comes out as a perfect square. So it comes out as a whole number. So if I have like square root 4, what does that come out as? 2. Okay, what's the square root of 9? Square root of 16? 4. Square root 25? 5. Okay, and you can keep going. All right. These are the 4, okay, I would really pay attention to and remember, okay, because these are the 4 you can really use to help you simplify. Now, sometimes I might just be able to give you a square root, all right, and sometimes you guys' calculators just do it for you, all right, but when we solve and simplify these square roots, okay, you have to show your work. If you do not show your work, all right, then you miss the points. Okay, you have to show your work. What?
Why?
Because then you're just plugging in your calculator and you don't know how to do it.
Wait.
You have to show me how to do it. That's why you have to show your work on these. Okay? So that's what we're going to be doing with these simplifying. So let's just say I start with, let's do square root 48. Okay? Now, when I do the square root of 48, okay, you kind of want to look at it and see if you can take out 4, 9, 16, or 25. Well, when you do square root 25, okay, it has to end in a 0 or a 5. Is that the case for this one? No, okay, can't do that. Okay, but what's something that maybe we can take out of this?
16.
We can take out 16. So 16 times what is 48? 3. So when we do this, you want to make like a little tree, all right? And when we take that, we have to have two numbers that multiply to get 48. So we get 16. We have to remember to put it as a square root, okay? And then we have square root 3, okay? You've got to remember to put your square roots or it might throw you off. Now, can we simplify either of these? Yeah, which one can we simplify? What is the square root of 16? 4. So when you get a whole number, I would just circle it. And then can we simplify square root 3 anymore? No, so I'm going to circle that too. Okay, so that leaves me with 4 times square root 3, all right, which is just 4 square root 3, because we can't multiply those, all right, because one of them is in a square root. So then this would be our answer for our simplified version of square root 48. Now, what if I had, all right, never mind. Let's look at some examples. Okay, let's look at this one right here. So I have square root, if I can zoom in. First one I have square root 125. Now, what would be a good number to take out of 125?
25.
Yeah, we could take out 25, okay? So if I take out 25, all right, what times 25 is 125? 5. So I got to make my little tree. So I put 25. You got to put the square root, and then we have square root 5. All right, and then which one of these can we simplify? Left one. Okay, square root 25 is 5. We got a whole number, so I'll circle it. And then we cannot simplify square root 5 anymore. So what does that leave me with for my answer? Oops, I don't know why I put 3. I was thinking of the last answer. Okay, so 5 square root 5. All right, let's move on. Let's go to this one. 147. Okay. Well, can we take out 25? No. Let's try, can we take out 16? Yeah, you can use a calculator to figure this out. You can't just put square root 147 in your calculator and then it gives you the answer. But you can use your calculator to figure out something that goes into this.
7 and 21 and
So if we do, so let's say we did, so let's say, so you did 27, well, let's just say we got 21 and 7, okay? Now, I know this is not the right way, okay? Yeah. Okay, just 1 second. Let's say we used 21 and 7, okay? So this gives me square root 21, this gives me square root 7. Can I simplify either of these out? No, if you can't simplify them out, then you have to multiply them, and that just gives us right back to here, okay? You can double check yourself and kind of. It depends on how many steps there are. Yeah. Yeah, we could try 49. Okay, so let's do that. So if I have, take out 49, what times 49 is 147? 3. And then what is the square root of 49? 7. Okay, so 7 square root 3. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So if you go to this, all right, and you have square roots left, you have to multiply them, all right, because maybe there's something else that you can take out of. All right, let's look at this one. On this one, let's just start, all right, I'm pretty sure you can take out 4, so let's just start with that. So 128 divided by 4, what is that? 32. Okay, so I get square root 4, square root 32. Now, when we take the square root 4, what does that give us? 2. I'm going to circle that. Can I simplify square root 32? What can I take this, do 8 and what? Yeah, I can do 8 and 4. Because what's the square root of 4? Can I simplify square root 8? You can. 2 and 4. Square root 8 throws a lot of people off. So you got to remember, you can simplify that into square root 2 and square root 4. Okay? Can we simplify square root 2? No. So I guess circle it. What about square root 4? And what does that become? So that leaves me with 2 times 2 times 2 times square root 2. All right? So what's 2 times 2 times 2? 8 square root 2. Because look at this. Look at all the ones I circled. Because these were all whole numbers. This one's not. Because when we had square root 8, it was square root 2 square root 4. We can simplify square root 4. These were already simplified from square root 4. Okay? Because then this is our simplified answer for radicals. Because eventually, when we'll learn tomorrow, all right, we'll be taking, some of our answers will have like square root 8, all right, and then you got to tell me what is it simplified as. It'll make more sense tomorrow, okay? But do we see what we're doing here? Now this one, it took us quite a few steps, all right? We could have taken, I think, 16 out of it, all right? And you could have done it in less steps. But as long as you show me your work like this and then get that correct answer, you're good. Now, here's something you could do to check your work by using your calculator. In your calculator, put square root 128, and then tell me what the decimal is. Okay, yours does that, but then you could do this, and it gives you decimal.
You could have done 64 too.
Yeah. So if you do the decimal, if you have this calculator, all right, and you want to see the decimal, right above the enter button, it's those two arrows that are going opposite directions. Click that, and it'll give you the decimal version. Now, the square root of 128 is like 11.3, okay? If you have like a scientific calculator, it'll just tell you that right away. Now, if you put 8 square root 2 in your calculator, you should get the same exact decimal. So if you want to check your work, that's how you could check your work to make sure you're right. Okay? But I know if you have this calculator, it automatically gives you the simplified version. All right? But you have to show your work. So you can put it in your calculator to check your answer, but you have to show your work in order for this to work. Where's your calculator? There's like a certain way you can do it, but there's no, you don't need to. All right, do this one on your own. All right, go ahead and take like 15 more seconds.
Are they both square root?
Oh wait, no, this was.
So then multiply your square roots. There you go. All right, Jordan, tell me what you got. Yeah, just 3 square root 10. Okay, do we all get that? You can't simplify square root 10. But then you have to multiply your square roots times each other. You can't put your answer as this. Because when you have 2 square roots left, you need to multiply them. Because technically this is 3 times square root 10, but we can't multiply them because one of them is a whole number, one of them is in a square root. All right, but then if you had this, you need to multiply your like terms. So 2 times 5 is 10. Okay? Now go ahead and do, we'll just do, oops. Just so you can see the numbers, go ahead and do these 4. So square root 200, square root 100, square root 20, and square root 108. All right, and then we will look at those together. Yeah, 108. I mean, you could.
102.
But remember, it's the square root of 100, square root 2. Mm-hmm.
25 and 8. Is that smart?
Either way works. As long as you'll get the same answer both ways. The first one you said, it'll be less steps.
10 and then it would be 5 and 2.
Which one? 8. Mm-hmm. No, I don't know where you're getting 5 and 2. Yeah. Mm-mm. Perfect. Perfect. We'll talk about them in a second. Wait for everyone to finish. Now just know, maybe you might do it a different way than your neighbor, all right, but you should both still get the same answer. No, you don't add them. You do what? No, what did we do up here? Yep. All right, take like 30 more seconds and then we'll talk about these. Sorry, say that one more time. Yeah, I'll walk through them. You said at a what pace? No, you'll be fine. We'll walk through it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what is the square root of 100? It doesn't have to. All right, let's go ahead and look at these. All right. Trenton, did you do square root 200? All right, what did you take out of the first? What did you do first? Okay. All right, listen, guys. Trenton did square root 25 and square root 8, okay? That works. Maybe you did square root 100 and square root 2. Just check and make sure you get the same answer as us. So then what do you do next, Trenton? What's the square root of 25? 5. Okay, we got a whole number. I'll circle it. Can we simplify square root 8? Yeah, square root 2, square root 4. Can we simplify square root 2? No, so I'll circle it. Can we simplify square root 4? And what does that come out as? So now what? We have 5, 2, and square root 2. Yeah, you gotta do 5 times 2 times square root 2. So that gives us what? What did you get as your answer? All right, let's look at this one, number 8. Square root of 100. All right. Esme, can you tell me what you did here? Do we need to do that, though? What's the square root of 100? All your answer is 10 on this one. Not square root 10. All right? Don't put square root 10.
Can I, with something like that, can I just put 10 and do I
Yeah.
do the whole thing?
Did I just see what I did here? This is fine. Well, this one you don't have to show your work.
What if I don't have a calculator? Can I not show my work?
What?
I don't have a calculator. Do I still
Go get one back there.
But I don't want to show my work.
You have to show your work. If like on this one, if you just had square root 100 and you put this as your answer, you get it wrong. Because you didn't show your work. But how do I know if you know what you're doing? I need to know. No. Maybe you just took it off of Trenton's paper.
That's exactly what I did. But it's right.
All right, Cooper, did you do square root 20? All right, listen. Did you get to square root 20? Liam, what'd you do? Yeah, we could take out square root 4, square root 5. Which one can we simplify? And it comes out as, can we simplify square root 5? So what does it give us as our answer? Yeah, 2 square root 5. What about 108, Maggie? Do you get that one? 9 and 12. Okay, that works. Perfect. Square root 9, square root 12. What's the square root of 9? Can we simplify square root 12? 3 and 4. Can we simplify square root 3? I'll circle it. What about square root 4? And then what? So that gives us? Perfect. Okay. How do we feel about this? Okay. It should kind of be review, but if it's not, that's okay. Now, before you go to your homework, all right, tomorrow we'll be working with square roots, okay? And we'll be multiplying square roots, multiplying whole numbers. Now pay attention, all right, on what you do today, because you'll be using the simplifying for our next 2 sections, okay? So I'll give you the rest of the time to work on homework from today and yesterday.